one farmer, one rifle. No scope, no backup, and in just 100 days, he eliminated 505 enemy soldiers, turning a frozen forest into a graveyard. This is the unbelievable but true story of Simo Häyhä, the man the Soviets called the White Death. In the bitter winter of 1939, Stalin's Red Army, over 1 million men strong, stormed across the border into Finland. They expected a quick victory, maybe 10 days at most. The world watched, holding its breath. Finland was tiny in comparison, with only 300,000 militia members, amid 32 tanks, and just 114 aircraft. On paper, they were doomed. But the Finns possessed a secret weapon the Soviets couldn't measure. It's a Finnish word that doesn't have a direct English translation, but it means a special kind of unbreakable, cold determination. It's grit, resilience, and courage rolled into one. Instead of meeting the Red Army head-on, the Finns melted into their forests. They used guerrilla tactics, skis, and the profound silence of their homeland, turning the snow itself into an ally. Among these determined Finns was a quiet, 33-year-old farmer named Simo Häyhä. When he joined the army, he broke all the rules of a conventional sniper. He was offered a modern sniper rifle with a telescopic scope, but he refused it. Why? A scope could glint in the sunlight, revealing his position. It could fog up in the freezing temperatures, blurring his vision. And worst of all, it forced a sniper to raise their head higher, making them a bigger target. Simo trusted what he knew, simple iron sights. He was a master of his environment. He would pack dense snow in front of his rifle barrel to completely hide the muzzle blast. He even held snow in his mouth to cool his breath, ensuring no telltale vapor would give him away in the -40°C air. No flash, no fog, no movement. In the vast white landscape, he became completely invisible, a ghost in the snow. His routine was chillingly simple. Every morning before dawn, he would tell his comrades, "I'm going hunting." Then, he'd ski alone, deep into enemy territory, and find his position. He would wait for hours, motionless in the biting cold, a silent predator. Then, one shot, one kill, again, and again, and again. His tally grew at a terrifying rate. 5 kills one day, 8 the next, 12 after that. On Christmas Day of 1939, a day most soldiers hoped for peace, Simo recorded 38 confirmed kills. In under 100 days, his official count with his rifle reached 505. That's an average of over 5 per day, every single day. And that doesn't even include the 200 or so he took down with his Swami submachine gun in close-quarters combat. The Soviet soldiers began to whisper a name in fear: Belaya Smrt, the White Death. The Red Army became obsessed with eliminating this one man. They sent their own elite counter-snipers to hunt him. They all failed. He once shot an enemy sniper directly through their own scope. They ordered entire artillery battalions to bombard his suspected positions. In one instance, over 100 shells landed all around him, but he survived without a scratch. They even dispatched a special 30-man kill team with the sole mission of finding and destroying him. They, too, returned him. The psychological impact was devastating. Soviet soldiers wrote in their diaries, "We don't fear the Finns, we fear the silence." Entire units would freeze in place, terrified to move, knowing that any motion could attract the attention of the ghost in the forest. Simo Häyhä had single-handedly turned a vast war zone into his personal haunted hunting ground. His incredible run came to a sudden, brutal end on his 100th day of combat. An explosive bullet fired from an enemy soldier struck him in the left side of his face. The impact was catastrophic, shattering his jaw and blowing off his lower left cheek. He was found by his fellow soldiers, presumed dead, and placed in a pile of bodies. But a week later, as they were clearing the dead, someone noticed a leg twitching. It was Simo. He was alive. His recovery was long and agonizing, requiring 26 separate surgeries. He carried the scars for the rest of his life. But he survived. He lived to the ripe old age of 96, and in all those years, he never once bragged about his wartime achievements. When reporters would ask him what the secret to his marksmanship was, his answer was always short and humble. Practice. When asked if he felt any remorse for the lives he took, His reply was that of a dutiful soldier. I did what I was told, and I did it as well as I could. In the end, Finland was forced to cede some territory to the Soviet Union, but they had won a monumental moral victory. The story of Simo Häyhä is more than just a war story. It's a powerful lesson. It teaches us that wars aren't always won by the biggest armies, the most advanced technology, or the most powerful weapons. Sometimes, victory is forged from sheer grit, unwavering patience, and the unbreakable will of a single individual who refuses to give in. Simo Häyhä, the White Death, proved to the world that relentless discipline can overcome overwhelming numbers. He was a quiet man who became a legend, a ghost who became a giant, and a farmer who became one of the most effective soldiers in history. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of history's most fascinating figures. We'll see you in the next one.